be okay, Ryder? The captain just called me Pathfinder. This is really happening.
Just take a deep breath.
I still can't believe Dad's dead. This should have been his moment.
But now it's yours. You just need to decide what you're gonna do with it.
Where do I start? I'm just not sure I'm ready.
We weren't ready to fall out of the sky on Habitat 7, but we survived that.
Right? So, always keep a jump jet handy.
I just updated the charts.
Okay, folks.
All stasis personnel report to duty stations.
It'll be nice to see some friendly faces this time.
The Nexus runs a support crew, just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the Arks.
It means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one.
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
We all could.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead. Here we are.
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody? Well, this can't be right.
It's like everything's on standby.
If it's a surprise party.
Hi there. We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an Ark?
This is the Nexus, right? Pretty sure we parked in the right place.
Of course, I'm sorry. It's just, we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it. I'm Tyrion Kandros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Sarah Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center. Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack. We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
We've heard about what happened, and we're ready to help.
We could use any supplies you have. Food, water, we're short on everything.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at her.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
I'm ready to step up and do what needs to be done. I can handle it.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
That's no way to treat a guest. I'm Nakmor Kesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance to
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out,
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
This is Nexus
No, it
Control, the
isn't what we
Hyperion.
All right, what happened?
to who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong. And now I'm the...
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum. Damned if I will. We'd never have left home if we... Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
There's also this strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
How do you fit into the Nexus?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. And here we are, idling.
You called my father Alec.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision.
Were you friends, or...
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a Pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aid.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect, We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poet.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
You've had no colony successes in over a year?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel. Or even me.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might... Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Hello, Console. You and I are going to be very good friends. We'll get you all fixed up and ready to go in no time.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing... All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules hers.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is.
An artificial...
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the Golden Worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we...
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable, so how...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go...
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off, maybe you'll look like...
But first, you have to succeed at being the Pathfinder you pretend.
Where's my ship?
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for EOS will... And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about...
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a conference.
No. I'm fine.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once. All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry. Understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about that?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing...
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one. That'd really... I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done. No, I'm fine. And I'm...
Find out why. Be careful.
Trans technicians, please report to the Hyperion Coupling Annex.
Ryder, you may have a lesson. I didn't know him very well. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. Did you have some other business?
As director of the...
If the others would, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
What's their problem with...
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits, she and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exile. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So...
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. While I may not be setting foot on New Worlds.
Right. Sorry. So how does any...
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the military. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
What do I need to consider?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. Whether that's the Cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about...
I was afraid you'd ask. But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
It looks like a melt.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing... Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Crow. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Why don't you like the...
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their... What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
Any more information you...
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian... Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the Initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave. But before departure in 2185, we got word that it seems they're also bringing along Drell. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
And...
Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the Initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave. But before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
Sounds like the Nexus...
The Scourge killed hundreds. Even the founder of the Initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Jean
With the rest of the leadership. When the Nexus hit the Scourge, they were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Kandros mentioned some...
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and... Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
There don't seem to be many...
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen. Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
That's all.
Of course, as you pointed out, we...
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been... At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
I noticed there aren't a lot of...
Tan, ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, my clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found... Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
What kind of work do you do as...
I was part of the team that originally I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
What sort of problems?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my... And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived.
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so add it. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But my team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
What happened to Gian Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
When we left the Milky Way...
Right. the genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarian. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with...
And it's not fair to blame it all on them, either. The Solarians developed the virus. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
What about the Krogan here in
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show a mutation against the virus. And during the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation. Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
Nothing more for now.
See you later.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
I know that look. The other...
Something like that.
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian arm.
What's the word on the Turian arm?
If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets... That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever it got. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Are the other...
So-so. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership.
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the... By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to war in the Nexus, everyone looked at me like...
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
What brought you out here?
I was tired of being...
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know? Then my sister became a sculptor, and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud, but I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they... I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
It's rough out there.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bye, Kandros.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
But the planet was toxic. What if they store oxygen in port? You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your SAM are exactly what we need. Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your SAM and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all...
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
else is to handle it.
Activity.
Too small for this.
Security is on heightened alert.
Be surprised. There's also provided a seed bank.
Nobody's making creeper in Andromeda.
You'd be surprised.
This is a nightmare.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
What am I going to do? This is a nightmare.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling.
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, maybe you could help. You're impartial. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he?
They don't exile you for petty theft. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy.
Oh, thank you. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling end.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the Saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the Saboteur used.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex. Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
All right, moving on. Docking clamps.
Fully active and engaged.
Docking hatch integrity.
100% Nexus control.
And we're done. Hyperion status, all clear.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
For the station systems. Some sort of redundant power relay.
Surprising. The superintendent has had everyone on deck manually double-checking the relays. Still be the security update? Somewhere in your message queue. Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power comes.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Engineering.
What's the latest about waking people up?
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never. I've been looking in. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patil's. A third party seems likely.
The real saboteur could be setting you both up.
Because we both figured out something was going on? That would make sense. It's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
This file is useless. Let's check another.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion.
And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Somebody working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Biometrics do not match.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
No, I'm fine. No, nothing happened. Honestly, Yolanda, I'm fine. I'm going back to work now. Leah? Leah? This is Gabriel. You laughed, didn't you? You so laughed.
This person is not a match.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Biometrics do not match. Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Who is he? Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
I'm sorry for what happened, but setting explosives isn't the answer.
Neither was sending people into exile because they didn't agree with policy. I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people, killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
That is the difference between murder and accidental death.
In this case, motive plus opportunity plus eyewitness account equals murder. Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder. The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation! We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back! No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Tram technician, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Sarah Ryder. I'm look.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio record?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree?
It wasn't my place to agree or In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Did you see any Ket in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. Could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, but you don't expect your best friend to. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Engineering reports. Hyperion.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pat.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm in part.
Settling an outpost comes first. But if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
That's all.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion. Are on hold. Please await further instructions. Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome back to SamNode. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Keeping things like this secret just makes everyone suspicious, like you're up to something.
Alec didn't think others would understand. He viewed it as a symbiotic relationship, benefiting us both.
What do you get out of this?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah, he's got a point. So, what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Captain Dunn said to see your father's cabin.
Sam? What was that? The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
The day is finally here. We'll jump through a few relays first. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man. Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara. She's got experience studying.
Liara Tassoni, huh? She studied the Protheans. She had some pretty controversial theories as...
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. But I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who had... In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful. Hello, Alec. I received your message. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm worried about Scott. Dr. Tapero says he'll be fine, but... it's these moments when you wish you told your children you... Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are... things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, Their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War. Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can...
Wait, I can actually...
Yes, you will experience them via...
Okay, something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Wow, hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad...
Alec was a stubborn man.
It's how Dad was wired.
It would seem that included me.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. Do you know anything?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's report. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
What more can...
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. This raw data enables me to provide...
Then Dad...
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't...
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that.
Me more than you. I take it you're based here in...
Correct. This is where my core... However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix.
But AI is illegal in the Milky Way.
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
So there are...
I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative. Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission.
So there are other SAMs out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
What did he mean?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your... In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style. They call her the Tempest.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Hold it, hold it. You're not going anywhere.
Damn it. Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Thank goodness. For a sec, I thought I was going to have to deal with Addison again.
And no one wants that. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Good to see you looking so well, Sarah.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really going to be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Better head to the bridge when we're ready to go.
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table, or just get the crew together. We call this the research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Ah, time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Calo Jath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
I'm new to this.
You'll be fine. As for the ship, I can help. I knew the Tempest when she was a blueprint. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So, how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
I guess we have to be.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
We were all expecting a golden world. Now there's just a long road ahead. But hold on to that dream. It might see us through.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, Ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
To Eos, then. What would have been our Habitat 1? 2 failed outposts put an end to that idea. Maybe we can turn things around. Calo, take us in.
System, Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated Eos.
It was supposed to be an easy first step. Until no one else showed and we got clobbered. Twice.
Why has Sam altered frequency detection? What are we hearing, Sam?
There is a signal, Pathfinder. I recommend an immediate examination of Eos.
Probe away. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Is that possible? We'll find out. If it is like Habitat 7, no doubt we'll run into the Ked.
Suiting up.
Ready, Freddy?
Hope we're all that ready. Callow? All right.
Integrating search area from Sam. How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no idea.
Multisensory neural collation. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
We'll get a better read on this pass than the Nexus has had in months. What?
I said a lot of people have their hopes pinned on us. They gave up on EOS. I can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
We didn't come millions of light years to die in a different place. I'm not letting the initiative down.
Pathfinder, the Tempest checks out. We're good.
Take us down. You have no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to say that.
Core is hot.
Shields holding, adjusting entry.
You got this, right? Hell. There. Set us down at this nav point.
How to even start?
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge. EO's deployment was incomplete due to environmental hazards and ultimately hostile encounters.
Plus, no Pathfinder. If EOS is like Habitat 7, that door's getting emergency power, but it's code locked.
Site 1 issued individual security codes. Each outpost self-organizes and sets its own protocol.
Just say we can't open it without codes.
We can't open it without codes.
They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
They didn't have a Pathfinder.
They do now. We'll make EOS a home. Got a code lock key.
That should help get us in.
We suffered our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere. Locksley tried to cover our costs. Got swept away. His wife is still in cryo.
Main door had power, but not the interior doors?
Full functionality would require an active power relay station.
That means the antenna's out of power, too. The logs might tell us what's up with the power relay.
Sandstorms, radiation. What the hell was Addison? Thinking setting us here. Eos might have looked great back in the Milky Way, but up close. It's a hellscape. To stay positive. Sandstorms, radiation. What the hell was Addison thinking sending us here? Eos might have looked great back in the Milky Way, but up close, it's a hellscape. Farthingale's on my case to stay positive. Put on a brave face for the rest of the team, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm gonna die out here.
Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The radiation in Eos's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Radiation? Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masts to dampen the brunt of contamination.
But if we went outside Site 1's perimeter?
That would not be advised.
Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. We get it running, maybe buildings get power.
And we can hunt.
It's inoperable, Pathfinder.
Too long in this environment without power.
Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
Huh. Guess that ship wasn't Ket then. They don't knock.
There are people here. You thought everyone left was gone.
Of course you did. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken.
So you're a salvager. Got a name? I'm Ryder.
Clancy. Making an honest living by... Wait, Ryder? As in Pathfinder? The Nexus just can't let Eos go, can it? However much it fails down here.
I'm tracking a signal that will help Eos. I only need power for the antenna.
Look, I cut the power for a reason. The Ket are patrolling today. You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Help me with the power relay, and I'll take care of the Ket.
You're crazy. Though maybe it's a good crazy. Okay, I'll enable the generators out there. You want to poke the tiger, it's on you.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.
There's an error in the startup sequence. Manual input required.
Damn it.
Please scan one of the pylons to determine a hackable input location. Generator interface possible. Location marked.
generator is active. Sam, our friend Clancy, is he part of the outpost team here?
No, Pathfinder. According to Nexus records, he's stationed in the hangar bay.
So he's what? Playing hooky?
Or he's a part-time salvager.
We've got company. About the cat.
The power relay station is ready for activation, Pathfinder.
You took down all those cat? Sure, use the power relay. Hell, take whatever you like. Word of advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter, you'll need a ride.
A ride?
Shuttles aren't fun in these winds. You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
Didn't get around to salvaging it yet?
I tried. It ain't that simple. Might be easier for a Pathfinder, though. We're heading to our shuttle. Keep this up. Maybe next time we'll find more than just salvage around here.
Don't suppose you've got anything we can use.
Crazy Blue has to buy her parts from someone else.
Correct. Plus, I've located the source of the signal we detect. The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used to adjust the atmosphere on the previous planet. It's worth investigation.
That almost feels like a lead.
Here.
A warning. Radiation levels beyond the perimeter of Site 1 are well above accept.
All the more reason to see if that alien structure can make a difference to this planet. Come on, we better find that vehicle Clancy mentioned.
Now the power is restored, we can investigate the nearby buildings.
Really, Ryder?
Special requisition. All-terrain scout rover.
A Nomad. 6-wheel drive. Jump jets. Just what you need.
I might be drooling a little bit.
This must be what Clancy meant.
The crate requires an access code from a forward station. Forward stations act as emergency resupply checkpoints. Several are currently in orbit.
I can call one down. Let's find a good spot.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Looks like the forward station supplies are intact.
Downloading Nomad Crate access code.
Nomad should handle pretty smooth. Check both forward and reverse, would you?
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
Can't get traction. Too steep.
Switch to six-wheel drive. It'll get you up there in a snap. Remember the Nomad's jump jets? They'll get you over most obstacles. If you need more juice, the boosters can accelerate you out of trouble.
There's the last of them.
Let's do this! Got them all. Another eidetic trigger, Sam?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
all.
Approaching Site 2, Resilience.
It was sold as the one we get right, but it didn't have time to get worn down. Got wiped out by Ket.
We'll deal with the Ket, one thing at a time.
Moving out!
Looks like a war zone. According to survivors, the Ket attacked from all sides. It was a massacre. Ket didn't give him a chance.
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Imagine leaving all the craziness on the Nexus to be the first settlers here.
This is where Chief Reynolds died.
Sandstorms would have buried the body long ago. I suggest scanning.
Karkins.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep. A leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the Chief became carton food.
Circle of life.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Another armor piece, Chief Reynolds' helmet.
The search continues.
Earth had formations like this. Made a lot of kids think of alien worlds.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run.
Pathfinder. The scan has picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilken was in front of the Chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Cora wanted to check in with you.
Remember the early data on EOS back home? When everywhere was labeled H with a bunch of numbers? Your dad put those readings up in his office. Knew them all by heart. Wonder what those worlds really looked like then. And now.
Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located. It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni-tool assigned to Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. If you power it up, I can assume it's data. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. The scan picked up 2 shots. One, a standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from behind, a Ket pulse weapon.
This proves Nilken is innocent. He didn't shoot Reynolds.
Seems clear to me. Good work.
Pathfinder, there is also an audio recording.
Go ahead and play it.
No! Where's Nilken?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
That sounds like...
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect, Nilken. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man. More bodies. Not that I'm complaining. Not a lot left behind for a massacre. What if they were removed?
We know the Nexus didn't bother picking up the bodies.
You don't think it could have been the Ket?
Sure as hell hope not.
Got it. Signal's coming from that structure up ahead.
Radiation levels normal. Life's...
I'm picking up initiative tech nearby from above us.
I see it. Up on that piece with the scaffolding.
It's working, but I'm just getting random symbols. Glyphs.
With more glyphs to expand my database from Habitat 7, I could interface fully with the console.
And hopefully start up whatever helps the atmosphere.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
It's working, but I'm just getting random symbols. Glyphs.
With more glyphs to expand my database from Habitat 7, I could interface fully with the console.
And hopefully start up whatever helps the atmosphere.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
It's slippery, but there's a great view!
Who'd be crazy enough to carry heavy equipment up there?
You should now be able to interface, Pathfinder. Building connection. I apologize for any discomfort. The system seems unstable.
This would happen when my dad tried doing this?
Your father interfaced directly with the atmosphere processor. That proved extremely hazardous. These structures could reveal its control center. System remains unstable. Doubling our power input might accelerate the process.
I'll give it a shot. Wait!
Back off, or I will put you down!
Whoa! Easy. You've come this far. Just let it ride. I've been studying this tech for months. I don't know how you activated those glyphs, but you have to let them cycle through their channels.
All right, time to get off.
Don't like being sat on, huh? I know. Who am I? I mean, it's obvious who you are. I saw the ship swoop in. You're a Pathfinder. I was beginning to think the initiative just made you guys up so the rest of us wouldn't lose hope, but you're for real, huh?
Are you for real? You were going to tell me who...
I might just be the Well, look at that.
System has stabilized. I'm establishing a connection.
Oh, crap.
I know these things! From Habitat 7! Later! Just take them out! Keep targeting that one! They make little bots!
My first tangle with the Remnant was a lot messier.
The Remnant?
These monoliths.
the Observer and Assembler bots. They're all the remnants of something much bigger. But that's too long. Ugh, I hate long. So, the Remnant. Like, my name's better as PB. Thanks for helping with those things. I'm Ryder. You're a mystery. I've been studying those glyphs for months, and then you arrive and poof, solved. I saw this tech clear the skies on Habitat 7. We're hoping it could do the same for EOS. Huh. Atmosphere manipulation? Maybe. Fits the model. All Remnant tech is connected. You interfaced with this monolith somehow, and now it's pinging the others. If you wake them up too, they must lead to whatever master switch might fix the radiation. Interface with the monoliths, follow the connection to the source. Easy enough. Sure, just don't piss off too many observers. Here, take my nav points. I've got to figure this interfacing out. Just be careful. This planet's all kinds of strange.
So whatever tech we found on Habitat 7 is the same as what's here?
That's what the scans suggest.
2 planets now. What does that mean?
You know what it means.
Suit up and find out. Got it.
Here they come!
I liked those pre-trip vision paintings of future EOS. Green fields, rivers, forests. Wonder what it'll really be like down the line.
Fewer death storms would be nice.
We'll get there. Pathfinder is enough to tip the balance.
interested in the monoliths, too. Did they learn anything? Mostly what you learn the hard way. But hey, now you're here.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Look there. That spot has shelter, water, stable ground.
It was initially overlooked due to heavy kept presence at the nearby remnant structure, but it would be an excellent outpost site.
Ket and Remnant. Seems you can't find one without the other. So, if we clear the skies, this might be our new home. More Remnant bots. These ones don't seem hostile.
I detect a high level of remnant encryption here, Pathfinder. To continue, you will need to decrypt it.
Okay, let's find these glyphs. that could come in handy.
On the move!
You'll need to scan for the missing glyphs, Pathfinder.
What do we have here?